learned at the end of last year. We're moving on to the third declension. So, third declension, ringing bells?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the big problem with third declension is now you have to remember a change in the stem. The bass will change. So, can somebody give me a third declension now? Any third declension now? Homo, good. So we have homo, which is the nominative singular. And remember, it's not easy where I can just draw a line and say homo e or homo I. The whole base changes. And so it's homo, and then the genitive singular is hominis. Good. And its gender is, means man. Masculine, good. Another third declension. Pox, good. Pox. And then genitive singular is?
Pockets.
Pockets. And this is feminine. And this is feminine.
Rex.
Rex, good. Rex. And then it's?
Regus.
Regus. Then it's? Gender of a king?
Masculine.
Masculine. Good. Yes?
Is
Kaput? Ah, that's a tricky one. We'll get to that one. Kaput, kapitis means head, and what's this gender? Neuter. Ooh. Do you have other ones? Yes?
Lex.
Lex.
Legus.
Lex legis. Law, what is it? Gender?
Neuter.
Nope.
feminine?
Feminine. Excellent.
It's 90.
Any other ones? Remember miles? Miles, militus, like military, soldier, and this is masculine. Foot is like pedestrian, pes, pedis, I believe it's masculine, or foot.
How come your head is neuter but your foot's masculine?
I don't know. Maybe the masculinity doesn't travel all the way to the head. I don't know. Do we learn river? Flumen. Fluminous, neuter. Those are good. So now, those are a couple examples. And then, did we learn other ones that aren't here, like Salus? Yeah. And this one's a tricky one. This is one that gets a lot of kids. It's Salus. It's not Soli. Salutis. And it's feminine. So it's a double whammy. It gets you with the U.S. where you think it's second declension, and it gets you with the gender. You think the U.S. is masculine, but it's actually feminine. And we get rid of these guys. Did you guys learn kiwis? Is masculine. Did you learn mare is neuter? C. Mons. Montes. Masculine. Mountain. Hostis. Hostess. Masculine. Did you learn westis is hostess, like hostile is enemy. Yeah, other ones that fall. I don't know if you've learned pawns yet. You may learn that later. I think you learned these ones. So, what's special about these guys?
They have the same alphabet.
They've got three.
They've got three. When you look at your when you look in your book and they do the dictionary definition, they will have 3 forms. Some dictionaries do, some don't. Your book does. But why does it have 3? It's telling you something. It's telling you the nominative singular, the genitive singular, and that third one is the what? That they show you, that third form that they show you. Is yes.
Feminine.
Not feminine. It's nominative singular, genitive singular, and
Masculine.
no, it's not a gender, it's a form. It's showing you the genitive plural. And what would the genitive plural be for all these? What's that third form for all of these that's shown in the dictionary? In your vocab list. These guys are called I stems. I stems. Does that ring any bells? Are any light bulbs going off? I stems. And special about the M, we'll go I stems. Yes? Hostium, yeah, IUM. Genitive plural. So they'll all be, genitive plurals for all of these is IUM. And so now, so the third declension. Third declension. We basically have 4 flavors, 4 varieties. We have masculine and feminine. And remember, masculine and feminine share the same set of endings in the third declension. They're combined. You'll have masculine, and I'll call this masculine, feminine, regular. You'll have masculine, feminine, I stem. You'll have neuter, regular, and we're going to have neuter, I stem. And so you're going to have 4 different declensions, and they're very similar. And so if you kind of know the base, and then you can go in and you can learn, you can learn where it differs. You can go through and learn where it differs. So we're going to start with the regular. We're going to start with masculine, feminine, and regular and go through this. And it's very important during this time of your Latin 2 careers, where things almost seem foreign to you, barbarous to you guys, that you really take the extra time and you really go back and review and go over that and really work on memorizing these endings. Books, stuff are online right now, but we'll pass out books shortly for you guys to read, but you can go through right now, just go through these endings and these notes. So, I will do, let's do Rex, Regis, which is masculine. And again, we go down with our nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, ablative. We have nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, ablative. And so we start with Rex. Now here is a huge mistake you got to note to yourself that many Latin 2 students make. They forget to change the base. When you're dealing with the third declension, you need to change the stem. You need to change the stem when you do the genitive singular. You need to change it. You can't just do your line and write your endings down like you can in the first and second declension. You need to at least change your base. And so it goes from Rex to Regis. And this is where my base is derived from. Reg would be my base. If I was drawing a line, it would come down from the genitive, not from the nominative. If you just drew a line down from Rex and then just wrote IS, that would be wrong. And everything down would be wrong. And so you need to rewrite it out. and then it becomes reg. The dative singular is I, reg-e. The accusative is reg-em. And the ablative is reg-a with an e. Nominative plural is reg-ace, es. Genitive plural, regum, um. Dative plural is reg-ebus. Accusative plural is reg-ace. And then the ablative plural is reg-ebus. So again, review if you need help with this. Especially if you're weak with third declension. Review. Go over this, write this out. And remember, this is third declension, both masculine and feminine. So if I did something like solus, solutus, which is feminine, it's going to have the exact same endings. There's no difference between the masculine and feminine endings for the third declension. They're exactly the same. I would do solus, and if I wanted to save my hand and ink, I could write out the genitive and write out my base. And after that, I can draw my line down. Again, I have to rewrite the base, because every time I do this and I draw this line, you're telling me that everything underneath it is exactly the same. And then it's just is, I, am, e, ace, ebus, ace, and ebus. As you go down. Any questions on the third? Again, you got to get your Latin game back up. And you got to know these. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Got to really know them. So I'm going to move on to third masculine feminine I stems. Third masculine feminine I stems. And so there are rules that determine what is an I stem. There's a rule, there's two rules for masculine and feminine that will tell you if it's an I stem. I do not care if you know the rules or not. So it's not something I'll ever ask you on a test. What are the rules that determine if a noun is an I stem or not? However, you need to know which nouns are I stems. Your book tells you, because it'll always give you the eum, the genitive plural. It will always tell you that, so you can just know the words. And also, when I test you on the I stems, I generally use very, very common ones, like nawis and kiwis, hostess, westis, mons. Those are very, very common I stems. I usually don't pull obscure ones that you see all the time.